all right, here's how to lose 10 pounds in the next month using 3 simple steps. I'm going to make this video short, concise. I'm going to do my best. I like to ramble. Short, concise, and very, very clear. So you can do these exact 3 things literally today. Start today, and then the next 4 to 5 weeks, over the next month, you can easily lose 10 pounds. I've seen this happen with hundreds of clients. I've seen this happen with myself multiple times over the last near decade of coaching other clients, as well as almost 15 years of managing my own training. I've seen this stuff work very, very well. Now, there's lots of different strategies out there. What to do, do this, don't do that, blah, 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 whatever. It can get very overwhelming, very confusing, a lot of information overload. So start with these 3. If you're overwhelmed and you're like, I don't know what kind of cardio I should do, I don't know what kind of nutrition I should be managing or tracking or what diet I should do and blah, blah, blah. Forget all that right now. Do these 3 things, okay? First thing, let's get into it. First thing is walk 10,000 steps per day and never miss. Now, I used to be very against this general recommendation of 10,000 steps per day because you see it all over the internet, right? Walk 10K steps per day. And I was like, well, there needs to be more context because some clients maybe they need more because maybe they're already doing 10K. And then there's other people that are maybe only doing 2. So jumping up to 10 is like a big jump. And now I see it. I'm like, you know what? Through my own experience and practical application and just observation, 10K is kind of a good number. Like, I know it's a round number. So humans like pretty numbers, and that's kind of the argument against it, right? It needs to be a little more personalized. But if we're being perfectly honest, 10K is like actually right at that amount. Right at that number, that personally I've seen this, right at that number, right at that threshold, where if someone's hitting 10K consistently, they actually are in a pretty decent spot to keep caloric output high, keep metabolism nice and high, and have high energy turnover so that they can put themselves into a calorie deficit from an output perspective. I've found like clients that are like 8,000 or less, they start to struggle a little more. Right? They got to be really dialed in on the nutrition. And you should be anyway, but they have a lot less margin room and a lot slower weight loss. But I have noticed my clients that hit 10K consistently, they see a lot less of those problems, a lot less of those plateaus. Anyone who hits 12 to 15K, even better. For me, my target right now has been 12K, and that's what I did on my last fat loss phase as well. It got me down to 10% body fat. So 10K steps per day. The only added context that I would add to this little like optional bonus is like if you can hit 12, set 12, hit it every day. If you can do 15, like maybe your job naturally gets you halfway there. Cool. You shouldn't set an easy target then. You should set it higher. Set 15. That's fine. When it comes to steps, more is pretty much always better. But yeah, 10K steps per day, never miss, set that target, get after it. So that's going to be really important because it'll help keep calorie output high, like I said. Okay, that way you don't have to live in the gym forever doing all these crazy hard workouts every single day for hours at a time, or doing like extreme high intensity cardio, or you're trying to get your heart rate up constantly, sweating profusely. All that's like healthy and good. Like you should be doing some level of that. But everyone thinks you have to do more of that to see more fat loss. It's not the case. You literally just have to walk more. So this is where if you're consistently hitting this every single day, and most people don't, they'll be like, oh, I hit 10,000 steps. Like, yeah, you hit it 3 times last week. That's not going to do it. You need to hit 10,000 steps every single day, no matter what. That's number 1. Number 2, multiply your body weight in pounds. Take your body weight in pounds and multiply that number by 12. Okay. So actually, let me do the math right here. I weighed in this morning at 176. So 176, and we'll go times 12, 2,100, 2,112. So, if you're a 200-pound person, we'll just use that as an example. 200 pounds times 12, it's 2,400 calories, okay? So this is what this is going to do. This is going to get you to your calorie target to lose fat every week without guessing. Because a lot of people don't know. They're like, well, I don't know how much to eat. Where should my calories be? Blah, blah, blah. There's a million different calorie calculators out there. This isn't perfect, but this is like the simplest and easiest one of all time. So start here. Sure, you can adjust as you notice, over the next like week or two after doing this. You can make adjustments based on what you see and what you feel and how your scale moves, right? But if you're just trying to find a start point, this is the easiest way to do it. Take your body weight in pounds, multiply it by 12. Done. Let me see. When I started in December, my fat loss phase, 12 weeks, I was 185. So if I do 185 times 12, 2220. So interestingly, I started around 2,500 calories, and then I ran that for about 8 weeks. And then the last 4 weeks is when I dropped it to 2,300. So pretty close to this. And then that's when I started getting shreddy. And that's when the fat started getting gnarly, and it was hard. It got way harder. First 8 weeks was easy. Last 4 weeks was probably the hardest I've ever done as far as like a diet. So really good challenge in that regard, but pretty damn close to this this very rudimentary formula. So that's number 2. Again, just to like reiterate why this is important. This keeps your calorie intake exactly where it should be in order to be in a calorie deficit so that you lose fat consistently every week. Number 1, which was walk 10K steps per day, that's important for keeping our output high. Okay, so that we don't have to rely on just starving ourselves or restricting food. And then the other side of the equation, from a calorie deficit perspective, is this one, number 2, which is we're trying to figure out, well, how much can we actually eat? Well, this is where we figure that out, right? So body weight in pounds times 12, that tells you your total calories. Boom, that's number 2. Number 3, track all of your food using a food scale and put it in the Chronometer app to make sure you don't go over your calorie target, right? So first one, we got walking. 10K steps per day, that's calorie output. Number 2, multiply body weight in pounds, multiply it by 12. That's going to give you your calorie target from a nutrition perspective. And then the third one is actually tracking the nutrition, right? Because it's like, okay, I have my calorie target. How do I actually track it? This is how. So track all of your food using a food scale. So weigh everything, right? If you don't have, if you're putting on food, or if you're putting on like ingredients that doesn't have any calories, you don't need to track it. Waste of time. Doesn't matter. Unless you want to be a lot closer on like your micronutrient scores, because even calorie-free foods are going to have micronutrients like vitamins and minerals. So if you want to be tracking that, which Chronometer app does, then you should just track everything regardless. But like I put Frank's, which is 0 calories, Frank's hot sauce, on most of my meals, so I just don't track it. But yeah, so use Chronometer app. MyFitnessPal is fine. I personally don't like it more than Chronometer app. There's several other decent ones out there, but I think Chronometer app is the best. You can also, one thing I like about Chronometer app is you don't need the paid version to make your own specific customized targets for macros. So you can just set your targets exactly what you want. I believe with MyFitnessPal, you can't put the exact amount. There's kind of like there's like a limit. They'll give you like a percentage ratio, but you can't decide exactly what targets you want unless you get the paid version. So that's what I like to do. This is tracking your food using a food scale and then actually putting into Chronometer, so you're tracking total calories and the macros. This is really, really important because it makes sure that you aren't wasting time eyeballing your portions, which so many people do, right? The whole like, I'm eating healthy, I should be losing weight. It's a great way to start. But like, it's not going to carry you through very long because eyeballing portions just does not work. It doesn't even work for registered dietitians or people like me. They've studied this. All humans are very, very bad at guesstimating. This is, like I said, it's important from that perspective so that we know exactly. We want to be reliable, and we, when it comes to results, and we want the results to be predictable as well. Okay. If you're wondering if you're eating too much or too little, I mean, this is how we know, right? This measure the exact amounts, and then you can actually guarantee results. And personally, for me, I prefer guaranteed results. I want to know that when I'm putting forth effort, I'm putting forth money, time, whatever it may be, energy. I want to know that my ROI, my return on investment, and what I'm getting back from it is going to serve me well and bring me to the point that I want to get to, bring me to the goal I'm trying to achieve. So let's go through it quick here, okay? Just to cover this all, and then I'll get off here, and you can literally take these things and run with it, okay? 3 things. Number 1, walk 10K steps per day. Never miss. This keeps calorie output consistently high so that we don't have to starve ourselves or eat super, super low calorie diets. Number 2, take your body weight in pounds, multiply it by 12. This will give you your calorie target to lose fat every week without guessing, so you know exactly what number you should be eating in regards to the total calorie intake. Number 3, track all of your food using that calorie intake on a food scale and weigh every single ingredient that you put in your mouth, and then put it into the Chronometer app on your phone, and that's how you can track the macros and the total calories to know exactly where you're lining up every single day. And make sure you're within, this is what I tell everybody, you don't need to be perfect, but you need to be damn close. Now, what's damn close? 1 to 2 grams within 1 to 2 grams of your macro target. So you got protein, carbs, fats, right? Your 3 macros. You want to be within 1 to 2 grams of your protein targets, 1 to 2 grams of your carb targets, 1 to 2 grams of your fat targets, and that's going to be perfectly fine. You make sure you hit your macro targets perfectly. Don't go over your calories. You do that consistently every single day for a month. You're going to drop 10 pounds. You might even lose more. So Yeah, and I'd love to hear from you if you have questions on this, or if you take this and run with it. I want to hear what your response has been. I've seen it work for hundreds of clients. I've seen it work for me. And obviously, this is just surface level, but it's a great and effective way that's super simple. So you only have to focus 3 things, and then you just execute, go to town, and then you start getting results. So let me know any questions they have on this. You can put it in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got lots more videos coming for you.